Welcome to Crow Inclined, here today with a daily energetic check-in. And normally Wednesdays I will do a relationship reading, but it's felt a little forced lately, so I think we're just going to read and see what comes up for each of the piles, okay? If it ends up being about a relationship, fine. As we know, everything is a relationship. So I'm using 3 different decks. I'm using the Sacred Forest Oracle, the Enchanted Map Oracle, and the Enchanted for Hawks Tarot for our cards of focus. Okay, so pile number 1, we have Owl Spirit with Wisdom. And we're going to use the Witch of the Forest Magic Tarot, or Tarot Magic, or I always get it wrong. Tarot Magic, that's it. Pile number 2, your card of focus is Compass. And we're going to use the Wandering Star, seems appropriate. Yes, we have a compass and a little guiding star. And then pile number 3, we have the Hierophant. And we're going to use the Golden Wheel Tarot. Okay, so feel free to pause and ponder, pick the pile that you're drawn to, and I'll see you there. Okay, pile number 1. And your card of focus, and this is from the Sacred Forest Oracle deck, is Owl Spirit and Wisdom. And the number 27, if that means anything to anyone. Okay, so when this card shows up, this is a time of great insight and majesty and grace for you right now. Okay, and it's available to you simply by pulling that focus inward, right? Bringing your awareness inward. And when we do this, ancient wisdom emerges, right? This is how we grow and expand in sort of the mystical, magical. This is about you knowing the truth and trusting your intuition and perceptions right now, okay? This is when you are a truth seeker or a truth sharer, okay? And the owl in this card represents this ability to perceive reality of situations with clarity, right? Because the owl has such excellent eyesight, right? So you're able to perceive the reality of the situation, like even if things seem murky, even if it's, one of those nights that's so dark and doesn't have the moon, and you can't see any star, right? You can still see because you have this connection right now. This is a time of profound illumination and transformation for you. All right. This is the ability to see the deepest truth in your situation and in people. It's this clear vision, right? Yeah, clear. Yeah. And like I said, it's this wisdom in this time, because of all these things, is growing in within you, right? In really mysterious ways. I love it. This card also talks about the owl and how the owl sits on the shoulders of Athena and Merlin, revealing sacred truths. And so you have something, or there's something, whatever you want to call it, whispering some truths to you. It's time to pay attention to those intuitions, okay? Messages are all around you right now. And it just needs you to look for them and to trust what you feel and to go with it, right? Because right now you have the insight and the grace. Just by pulling that awareness inward, trusting your intuition, you are getting messages. You are getting messages. And from my perspective, you know it. All right, I have the Witch of the Forest Tarot Magic, and we're going to go ahead and dig into this message. This is beautiful. This is a time of expansion for you in a very mystical, magical, spiritual way. You know, this kind of growth is felt. It's definitely felt hugely. All right, I want to thank everyone for being here. I really appreciate you. I hope you're all doing well. I am super honored to be able to bring you these messages today. So please take it with a grain of salt. Use your discernment. Use your owl spirit wisdom. If it doesn't seem like it's for you, then it's not. All right, it's a general reading for the collective, not a one-on-one. It doesn't mean it's not going to hit where it needs to go. Okay. All right. Owl spirit wisdom. All right, so you have the Ten of Wands right out of the gate. So yeah, you're feeling overburdened, burnt out. There are too many demands on you right now, right? It's time to sort of pull that energy back in. Become aware of the self. Become aware of your intuition is going to help you lay this burden down, right? Because that's what the 10 is. The 10 is about to lay down all these burdens. It is an ending, a completion. You will be able to. In your energy is the King of Wands. Now y'all know how much I love the King of Wands. He's like the rule breaker, a trailblazer, you know, the outlaw with a moral compass, right? Very, very confident, very fiery and creative, not afraid to take the road less traveled, not afraid to switch gears, while still keeping that goal in sight. So there's many, many ways to get what you want in this world. So the king is not hindered by blinders, right? Can see everything. And he also is very good at listening to advice, but still will only choose what he wants moving forward. So this is in your energy. It's very independent, very fiery. Yeah. All right. So this is about laying down some burdens, though. Keep in mind, we have the 5 of Cups. So yeah, sorrow, sadness, usually over things that have passed that we can't do anything about, right? But if we can turn and look at the possibilities of the future that way, right? There are still full cups. So probably this sorrow has something to do with the burdens. Maybe it's been a heavy weight on your heart, in your mind. Maybe it's blocked energy for, creations and whatnot. Okay. You are the truth seeker with this owl spirit. And you have this confidence and fiery energy of the King of Wands. So it's time. It seems like it's time to investigate things that might be blocking a little bit. I don't know if it's blocking. Let's keep going. Let's get one for this 10 of Wands. It's more often than not, we're carrying other people's burdens too, right? We just do. All right, coming up underneath that is the worker bee card. This is the 8 of Pentacles. Coming up underneath that 10 of Wands. So keep working, keep working. The 8 of Pentacles is also about mastery. So there's something that you've mastered, but it's time to sort of go back to the basics and apply what you've learned to other things in your life. It feels like this is going to help you break through this 10 of Wands by understanding that things in your life that have been successful can be applied to things in your life that have been really, really hard. Because you've mastered this, right? So you'll be able to do that. Trust your intuition. You have the wisdom within. You do, you do, you do, you do. Yeah, underneath that King of Wands, is the Three of Pentacles. This is a card of collaboration. It's also a card of mastery. Okay. It's a card of, possibly presenting something. You've mastered something, you want to present it to the world. There's a lot of pride in this for you, right? And that pride feels like that King of Wands energy. Yeah, there's something that you're wanting to put out there or collaborate about. Trust your intuition, because it's really, really strong right now under that Five of Cups. Yeah, you're overcoming obstacles with the Chariot coming up. You're overcoming obstacles. You're overcoming this sort of, sadness over things that didn't work out so that you're able to lay that burden down. Okay, but we're doing that by using the owl spirit wisdom energy to be the truth seeker and then be the truth sharer. Okay, you're needing to get to the bottom of some things that didn't necessarily work out for you in order to move forward with something. I mean, that's just kind of like, it's what we do, right? When we're trying to discover things about ourselves or work on things about ourselves or moving forward, we can't take those things with us, and it's awful hard to let them go if we don't understand. It's just the nature. It's just the nature of who we are. Okay. Underneath that Eight of Pentacles comes the Six of Wands, which is all about victory, triumph. It's also a card of recognition. Okay. So you have this recognition coming out underneath this worker bee card. But in your energy, you have this Three of Pentacles. So there's something around that that's gonna work out for you. There's some recognition there. Let's get another card for your energy. Yeah, this is really about you. Okay. Yeah, this is really about you getting in touch with you. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. So yeah, you planted the seeds for something a long time ago. Pentacles are real slow moving. Okay. And that probably is a little frustrating, especially with this King of Wands in your energy, because Wands energy is really fast moving. So maybe whatever this is you've been working on for so long, maybe it's starting to feel a little burdensome. Maybe you haven't gotten the results here with the Five of Cups. Maybe you haven't gotten the results that you thought you would have by now. Okay. But you kept working. There is recognition coming. All right. There's recognition coming. But the Seven of Pentacles coming up in your energy probably is you deciding whether or not to continue with it. Okay. Because that's in your energy. You're starting to question if it's time to move on to something else because you haven't seen the fruits of your labor yet. So there's recognition and triumph coming, though. This is about breaking through. It's about breaking through a barrier with this Chariot. It's about overcoming obstacles surrounding this. Wow, this is really an interesting reading. All right, let's get one for this Chariot card. Something's up here. Trust your intuition. You're not going to make any wrong decisions right now. You're going to find the truth and you're going to speak it. Okay? And sometimes the people that need the truth the most is ourselves about something. All right? Yeah. You're definitely going to be walking away from something with the Eight of Cups coming out. Right? That's what we want. That's what we want. We want you to walk away from the sorrow of what didn't work out with that Five of Cups. Okay? Walk away from that because it's going to allow you to lay that burden down. I feel like it's going to allow you to step back into this Like really embrace that fiery king energy, the King of Wands energy. Finish what you started, because it's going to bring victory in, but you've got to walk away from being so focused on what isn't working. And remember, the owl spirit talks about bringing that awareness within instead of looking around you at the things that didn't go right. You need to go within and understand that there are things. And if you know my readings, I say this often, even when something doesn't work out, something else does. All right. So with this Five of Cups, it's almost as if, obviously, you're meant to turn around and look at the 2 cups that are full and stop focusing on the ones that spilled, right? Like there's potential still with the 5 of Cups if you can just turn and look at the possibilities, if you can turn and see the good, right? So I think that's really important here. Walking away from, pulling your awareness back into yourself. That's going to help you walk away from the energy that you no longer need. You don't need it. You don't need it to move forward. In fact, it might be blocking you from moving forward. I don't think so. I think it's just, this 5 of Cups is keeping your attention elsewhere. It's like a distraction. But once you can bring that focus back in, inward for yourself, you're going to see the truth, right? Like I said, you're going to be able to lay down this burden and things are going to unfold in a much better way. You're going to overcome obstacles by being able to let some of that stuff go and walk away, as with that 8 of Cups. Yeah, once you understand that, here's the 8 of Wands, then things are going to move really fast because it's been moving really slow with all these pentacles. Okay? This 8 of Wands is coming in to let you know that things are going to move really, really fast. And it's going to put you in alignment again with this energy of that King of Wands, which is so cool. Right? It's also a card of communication, which is really important if you're going to also share the truth about something. I mean, it can indicate travel and a move possibly too, but I don't think so. I think it's representing how fast things are going to move when you find that bit of truth that you're seeking, okay? Trust your intuition right now. Trust your intuition right now. Yeah, we have that 9 of Wands coming up as well. Yeah, so the 9 of Wands is, it's the wounded warrior, but also, the 9 of Wands collects all of the wisdoms of all of the stuff that did, people coming at you, situations not working out. Like, it's a lot of hardship. But it's your wisdom, right? Because you collect all the wisdoms from all of these things that didn't work out, right? We're talking about our wisdom here, our owl spirit. It's a card of incredible resilience. Like, there's no stopping the 9 of Wands. And there's not in this reading either, because we already have the 10 out here. So we already know that you're going to be able to lay down that burden. But you're going to keep all the wisdoms with you. Yeah, you're going to be able, it feels almost like you're walking away from an old narrative. Maybe it was like a belief system that you thought was true, but you started, going inward and seeking the truth for yourself, and you're realizing that it's not the case. That's what you're going to be walking away. Yeah, the Tower. Yeah, it's going to shake your foundation, but in a good way. All right? It's almost as if maybe you've been living by the rules of somebody else or how somebody else has told you. And when you realize that you can do it the way that you want to do it, especially with that King of Wands in your energy. Yeah, it's just really about opening your eyes, going within, trusting your intuition, and it's a course correction. All right? It's time to do it for yourself. It's time to believe in your self-confidence, or lift yourself, or lift yourself, you know, soar at the heights of our owl here, right? Owl is your totem today. And remember that owl represents the owl that, you know, sits on the shoulder of Athena and of Merlin, and is this ancient truth speaker, right? Brings the wisdoms in, brings the absolute truth, right? Totally unbiased, totally unbiased. And here we have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, it's going to ground you into some beautiful energy. It's going to strengthen your foundation. You're going to build again, and you're going to have a strong foundation, unshakable foundation with the Queen of Pentacles. But it's also going to be very stable for you in the material world, because Pentacles are of the material world, earthly world. It's grounding. It's unshakable. It's finances. It's investments. It's work. It's anything like that in the material world that brings you some kind of abundance in. All right. This is where this is taking you. This is why there's this little bit of a shakeup. This is why you're meant to bring your awareness in with owl wisdom to figure this out, because this King of Wands energy is bursting to come out. It's bursting at the seams for this tower to happen, so that you can build your foundation for yourself. Yeah, it really does feel like maybe you've been living according to somebody else's rules, or societal, or something. All right, you're living by someone else's words, or maybe somebody else's voice in your head, and it's time for you to get into you and do it for yourself. Listen to your own voice. You know the truth for you, and this is going to be beautiful. I think you may even be a little unrecognizable after this, but it's good. It's all good. Okay. That is your message for today. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe, share with your besties, and I will see you next time. Welcome, pile number 2. And our card of focus is Compass. The number is 50, and it is from the Enchanted Map Oracle. I love this image. It's so beautiful. So when we talk about the compass, we're talking about orienting yourself to your true north. Okay? It's the direction of your higher power, your higher self, whatever that is for you, whoever that is for you. All right? And when we do that, you won't ever be lost. Right? Even when everything else seems dark, you won't be lost, because you are in alignment with your true north. So this is a time of entering uncharted territories, but also a time where you can expect really cool new experiences. But to stay on that higher path, that highest path of your destiny, you're going to need to stay in alignment with that compass that's pointed to your true north, right? We just said that. So things like money and property and prestige, romance even, and material achievements in this world, those are just experiences that we have on the journey. Those are not the true north. Okay? So even if you're feeling sort of temporarily lost or out of alignment, okay, it's going to be easy to find your way. Have faith and trust, especially in your own compass, right? With your higher self as your true north. That's going to keep you in alignment, right? You're not ever going to get lost if you can stay in alignment with your highest self. I feel like we've been having a lot of messages lately like that. Let me turn my heater down a bit. All right. I have the Wandering Star, pile number 2. It just seemed kind of fitting as we're talking about our true north, right? Our North Star, our guiding light, our inner guidance. We carry that guiding light within us. So I want to thank everyone for being here. I'm just so honored to be able to bring you these messages every day. And yeah, I'm happy to be along with you on your journey as well. So keep in mind, these are timeless and they are also general. So take it as it resonates. If it doesn't seem like it's meant for you, it probably isn't. But this is an opportunity for you to work with your true north. You'll know if it aligns with you, this message, right? You'll know. Practice makes perfect. Practice removes doubt in our own intuition and abilities. Okay? All right. True North warriors, I'm going to call you. All right. Yep. Out of the gate, we have the Eight of Cups with change and shift. It's our fun little octopus character in this deck. I love it. It is about moving on. Okay. It's about walking away from things that don't align with us anymore. And it kind of is about walking into the unknown, typically. Right? Now, it doesn't mean that these other cups weren't important at one time. You know, they probably were in alignment with you at one time, but they're not now. So it's time to walk away. So it's, yeah, you're going to need to use your discernment in pile number 2. we started out talking about that, didn't we? Yeah, so you're going to be walking away from something, all right? Oh, and in your energy, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Gosh, I think this came out in pile number 1 too, in your energy. So yeah, you've been working a long time on something, right? This is planting the seeds, nurturing, watering, weeding, whatever, in order to get whatever you planted to grow. It's a card of faith, right? Because we have faith in our abilities to create something. But it can also be a card of pivot, right? Can you see what you've been working on, and can you see it coming to fruition? If so, then you stick with it. If you can't see it ever working out, then maybe it's time to try something new, okay? This is in your energy, all right? So we're not calling it yet. Even though we have the walking away card here, we still have this. I mean, this is something you were working on building for your foundation as well, right? Because it is Pentacles. It's about money and finance and investment, those kinds of things. Things that give us a beautiful foundation in the material world, so we can play around and do the other things that we want to do, right? Because we still have to pay the bills, right? Keep in mind, we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands came up in the last pile. Actually, I think all of these cards came up in the last pile. They did. What? In pile number 1. Anyway, so yeah, good news and travel. This is communication. So you might have some communication coming in really, really fast. You know, when you make the decision about the Seven of Pentacles in your energy, that can create a move in the energy with the Eight of Wands, and then the Eight of Cups. You have 2 eights as well. All right, what's happening here? Stay in alignment with your true north, right? With your guiding light, with the authenticity, with the core of who you are. So yeah, it's time to sort of put those beautiful sunglasses on, right? That's tinted with a lens that allows you to see what's for you and what isn't, right? Wouldn't it be lovely if it were that simple? But looking at everything through that filter right now is going to be really important. Really, really important for you. All right, let's get another one for this Eight of Cups here. Wow. Under the 8, yeah, so you are walking away from something, and then you're jumping straight into something else, right? This is the Three of Wands. This is taking action on a plan, you know, something else that you've been planning. It's adventure. It's good luck. So we have good luck. We have good news. You know, we have moving forward on an adventure. We have walking away from something, and then in your energy. Let's get one for your energy. What's going on with this thing that you've been building, or that you've been trying to grow? Something you've been trying to grow, like a money stream or a side hustle. Maybe it's not, it doesn't even feel like that. It feels like this, you know, is like a hope and a dream that this would be the thing, right? That's what it feels like. Come on. Just one. Whoa. In your energy is the Justice card. Balance, equality, balancing the scales of justice. This is law and order. So you have justice incoming. It's already in your energy. Something has shifted recently for you. And it seems like it's around finances or material world abundance. And with the cards, it looks like it's in your favor. So only you know how that applies to you. There's something. It seems kind of important if you're walking away from things. If you're looking for a new adventure, or getting ready to start something new, there's some good news coming in, right? Possibly attached to some travel, some kind of movement. Okay. And you have the Two of Cups coming in. Well, that is a soulmate connection. Okay. Staying true to that inner compass, that true north of your higher self. Yeah, it's definitely going to bring in a partnership of some sort. Now, a lot of people think that the Two of Cups is a twin flame, and it could be, but it also could just be a soulmate, right? A bestie, a romantic interest, a new boss, a new, it can be a family, a long lost family, whoever, right? But they are very important to you. You have been through lifetimes before with them, okay? So your compass might be bringing you either back to them, or once you align to that compass, you know, maybe it's like a little bat signal and then it goes out, right? But it's also showing up with that Eight of Wands, which means it's going to be really fast communication once you make that connection, all right? Interesting. And it is karmic, right? Our soulmates, they just don't pop in and out of our lives. I mean, they do, but it's kind of written into your story before you actually begin this life, is how that's kind of explained. All right. They're already woven into your story. You're already woven into theirs. It feels like you know that they're there, that they're out there, or that they're closing in with that Eight of Wands energy. They're closing in. I mean, you're looking for them. It's like you can feel it. Now, like I said, remember, please, this isn't necessarily a romantic interest. It could be. But so far, it really, I mean, it's kind of a balanced energy. You have the Justice card right in the middle of everything. But in your energy, it ties back to that financial and material world foundation. All right, let's get another card for this Three of Wands, because you are looking for some fun. Oh my goodness sakes, we have the Judgment card. You are looking. Yeah, you're looking because you know this Justice is coming in, and then we have the Judgment card. All right. So there may be things that you have to accept. You may have to look at things in your life and assess whether or not they actually align to that true north, right? Hence the Eight of Cups and walking away. So there are things you're going to walk away from. This is an awakening, right? This is like a little cosmic rebirth without actually having to be reborn. like physically. This is like new. Interesting. Yeah, it kind of, oh, okay, that's like way too many cards. I mean, it kind of feels like, I actually just lost it. I dropped those cards and I lost my train of thought. Sorry about that. It almost feels a little dreamy in this energy. I don't know how to explain that. Under the Justice card, we have the Ace of Wands. So career, beginnings, travel. Okay, so maybe travel. There's travel here. There's travel with that Three of Wands. There's travel with the Eight of Wands. Okay, now the Ace of Wands is beginnings and career, right? And it's in your energy, where we have the Seven of Pentacles showing up already, which is about building a stable material world foundation for yourself. Travel, right? I already said travel, but it's also kind of a wake-up call. So you might have been going along on this path with this Seven of Pentacles, and it almost feels, how do I say this? It almost feels like you've been really, really, really super hyper-focused. And like this stuff is going on around you, but you haven't really noticed it. But with this Ace of Wands coming in, I mean, this literally is the bonk on the head, the wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey, you know, rise and shine, sunshine, time to get up and look around. Because there are things around you right now you're not seeing. You're meant to, with the binocs. There are things you're meant to walk away from. There are things you're meant to see. There are actions you're meant to take. There's understanding. It's like, it's your wake-up call. It's like waking up to your life. Does that make sense? It's like coming out of hibernation. Which makes a lot of sense if yeah, I mean, aligning to that true north. Ooh. What's going on here? Let's get another one for this Two of Cups, because I'm almost a bit confused in this message myself. Like this reading is a bit of a daydream. I don't know if you guys are feeling that or not. Pile number 2, what's happening here? It's kind of dreamy energy. Let's get something for this Two of Cups, partnerships, peace. Yeah, okay, well, we're just going to keep getting these karma and destiny cards. Yeah, it's meant to happen, meant to happen, meant to happen. It's already woven in your story. You have judgment, you have justice, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's coming hard and fast. It almost feels like a really fast spinning energy. I don't know if you're feeling that or not. It feels fast and it feels spinny. It's like it's like in Mary Poppins when oh no, not Mary Poppins. Why did I say Mary Poppins? That's bizarre. In The Grinch, right? The one with Jim Carrey, when he's a baby and the storm blows him in the wrong direction and he ends in the wrong tree, and then he has this life, right? The energy is swirling like that. Not that you're going to end up in somebody else's life. I guess maybe I did mean Mary Poppins. You know, the wind kind of blows her in with her umbrella. And she lands exactly, yeah, that's right. And she lands exactly where she's meant to be. That's what this feels like. Not The Grinch, forget that one. But Mary Poppins, you're going to land exactly where you're meant to be. Keep your true north in your sights, right? Look at everything through the lens of that true north. There we go. Whew. Yeah, I got lost in the swirly whirly there for a minute. All right, we have the Chariot, which is journey, success, and progress. So yet another card of travel, but also the Chariot is about overcoming obstacles, right? So it's quite possible that, yeah, there are things you need to walk away from, but I'm still that Seven of Pentacles. You know, maybe it's been kind of a test for you, like testing your commitment. All right, and the World card really flipped up, kind of funny there, so I'm going to take it. We're going to cover her up, though, because it's completing a cycle. All right. So now you have the Judgment, you have the Chariot, you have Justice, you have the Wheel of Fortune, and you have the World. So you are, yeah, this is all meant to be. It's all karmic. It's all already in your story. It's woven in your fabric. It's in your song lyrics. It's like, it's yours. It's innately yours. And it cannot be taken from you. Okay. So let the wind blow you whatever way it needs to blow you. Allow the adventure to unfold in weird and mysterious ways, right? Because it really feels like weird and mysterious happenings right now. As long as you keep that true north in your sights, and you question everything through that lens, you look at everything through that lens, you enjoy things through that lens, you understand when things don't align, you know, when they don't look right through that lens of you, that you walk away from them. That's really, really, really important for you to know right now. Okay. Whew. Pile number 2. I could have swore the wind was just howling outside, but it's not. Yeah. And moving on. Yeah, Six of Swords is all about moving on. But it allows, it's moving into calmer water, but it allows for exploration and discovery on what's, you know, of what's coming. Right? I love that. And I love, you know, obviously moving on in the middle of the night, right? Seems like sneaking away, but it's really not. This is someone who's not afraid to travel, you know, when it's dark, in the mystical and magical. And look at the stars in the sky, right? I'm sure one of those is the North Star. Okay. Pile number 2. Whoo! That's your message. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe, share with your besties, and I will see you next time. Welcome, pile number 3, and your card of focus is the Hierophant. Okay, and this is from the Enchanted for Hoxa. So the Hierophant, I'm going to talk about some more traditional aspects of the Hierophant before we dive into what it is in this fairy realm. Okay, so the Hierophant appears, well, to create laws that maintain peace and order, and this he establishes through his hierarchy, hence his name, right? And typically it is a masculine energy, is why I'm saying he. So yeah, the Hierophant. And his rulership is very authoritative rulership. Can be one-dimensional, you know, kind of black and white, patriarchal. It can be very repressive, right? When the Hierophant shows up, there will be structure and order. Okay, such as, and a lot of times it's real rigid, like societal rules that tell you that you have to work from 9 to 5, or that kids have to go to school from, you know, 9 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon, right? That his systems cannot easily be changed because they've been adopted by society and they've become kind of solidified, right? So while we have these rigid aspects, you know, of societal norms and law and order with the Hierophant, there's also really positive attributes. You know, this could be a father figure. It could be a spiritual guru. It can be a teacher, right? Typically, traditionally, this is sort of all, it kind of all falls back into that religious sect, though, all right? The Hierophant can enforce codes of conduct that offer structure and security, especially in times when we really need that, when things seem really chaotic. But law, his word is law. So this card can show up when maybe you're about to become part of an organized structure, like going to a university or joining an institution, or, you know, military service, or maybe you're gonna go work for corporate America or corporate world, whatever that is. Okay. So Hierophant, that word actually comes from hierarchy, and that means a government by priests and other clergy. So that gives us a little bit of a deeper insight into the Hierophant, right? So on one hand, it could be religious oppression or oppression by religion in the very, very traditional sense of the of Hierophant. So this can be about, just accepting what your niche is within the structure of the Hierophant's world, right? That conforming, or learning something from the discipline, as if the Hierophant's the teacher. Okay, there's a way to plan it to your advantage. Okay, this is so interesting to me, so interesting. Now, in the Enchanted for Hoxa, right, it talks about this tree and how this tree is where everybody goes to find answers about the past, right? The tree represents tradition. It's a wisdom of knowing the past or finding deeper meanings in life, right? But the tree is actually the visible part that these people, they're the fairies in fairyland and all of its creatures, they come to the tree, and they often forget the roots. Okay, the tree is the only visible part, but it's a very, very small part of this vast root system that expands and is intertwined beneath our feet, beneath the feet of a culture that's as old as time. So when we encounter this tree on our journey, which is happening right now because it's coming out as your card of focus, it might be time to connect with your roots. Follow them, follow that complex network. Figure out where you fit in your community. Like, who are your ancestors? Who created the foundation that you're living on right now, right? What are the origins of your beliefs and your traditions? Are there any that need to go? Because we are living in different times. You might be experiencing friction right now if you're trying to break free from traditions, or an entity that's like this tree, rigid and unmoving. This is the message. I think it feels like you're trying to break free from something now. Sometimes our traditions are locked into our belief systems, right? They become part of who we are. They become part of our narrative. I feel like this is about breaking free from some of that oppressive energy, that systematic oppression, whatever that is. Okay. I have that was a long introduction. Usually they're like 2 or 3 minutes. I'm sorry. There was a lot to that, and it felt like that all needed to be said. So moving forward, I do have the golden wheel, and we're going to dig into that message right there. It really does feel like it's time to break free from something, doesn't it? Okay, so thank you so much for being here. Even after that long-winded intro, thank you for still being here. And wow, whew, that was a lot, and it just kind of like bubbled out, didn't it? I'm really honored to be able to bring you this message today. It feels like it's really important for someone, maybe for all of us, maybe for myself. So please take it as it resonates. You know your situation. Don't take this on if it's not, if it doesn't feel like it's for you, okay? Feel free to share if it makes you think of someone, though. If it reminds you of someone. Whew, all right. I kind of got lost in that energy. I got lost in the energy a little bit in pile 2. Pile 2 was very, very dreamy. This feels strategic almost, like I want to do this reading, but my mind is kind of calculating some, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Maybe you do understand though. All right, so yep, your first card out is the Queen of Wheels. This is about your foundation. You know, this is the foundation in the material world. This is, you know, the Queen of Wheels, the Queen of Pentacles is, you know, reaching, you know, earning the right to sit on this chair, right? Pentacles are all about hard work in achieving your goals, in building your foundation, with finances, with investments, with property, with any of that material abundance. Okay, this has been a theme in all three piles. Sorry, would you like to see that? Let me pull it down. I get to talking and the card goes everywhere. This is a common theme, right? So we may have to start looking at our foundation a little differently, and outside of the constructs of how the world and how the systems tell us we have to live, and how we have to make our money, and how we have to spend our money, and what, you know, what we can do with it. I mean, I feel like this is really a really loud message in your energy. Yeah, you have the Knight of Wands. This is real fiery and wanting to take action on something, right? This is fanning the flames, fanning the spark of the page, right? The page has the spark of an idea, and the Knight fans the flames on that. So there's something you're wanting to move forward on. Okay. The Wands are really creative, and they often work outside the constructs of tradition, and how, oh, this is how you have to do it. This is how you're supposed to do it. This is how you get, not in your world. Not in your world. Keep in mind, we have the Nine of Wands. Yeah, this is struggle. I struggled. If you're in this Knight of Wands energy, yeah, people are going to come for you when you're not doing things the way that everybody thinks that that tells you you have to. People will come for you, you know, and they make life hard, and situations become hard, but the Nine of Wands doesn't give up. The Nine of Wands gets back up and keeps walking forward, collecting the wisdoms along the way, right? This Nine of Wands is incredibly wise. Okay. Can also be a little defensive. Maybe not as, well, definitely not as trusting as they used to be, but wise and resilient. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it looks like you've been bucking the system a little bit, and not a little bit, a lot, probably your whole life. You've been fighting the system in your own way. Good for you. Under the Queen of Wheels is the Ace of Wands. Yeah, this, you know, all three piles seem to be somewhat related here. Yeah, it's a wake-up call. It's a gift from Spirit of an idea, of a direction. It's creative, it's fiery, it's juicy. There's confidence, there's independence, right? Everything that's sort of opposite of that structure of law and order of the Hierophant. And that song is that I want to break free. Keeps going off in my head. You do. You do. This is about building your foundation in the way that you want to build it, outside of the constructs of what society, or how society tells us we have to, how the boss says we have to, right? Ooh, it feels like something fiery is coming. I mean, you have fire in your, you know, with the wands already in your energy, but there's something. There's something that's about to happen. Yeah, there's a message incoming for you, right? This is in your energy. It's almost like you're waiting for it. Waiting for the green light. This is a proposal or a quest. There's a lot of pride that comes with the Knight of Cups, right? There's something in that cup for you. Could be an offer of love. Under that Nine of Wands, we have the Temperance card, which just flew out of the deck. So this is divine timing. It's moderation, right? We don't take the high road. We don't take the low road. We stay in the middle road. We stay on flat land. We don't exert too much energy. We wait for the exact time, right? We temper the two jugs of water back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until they're perfect. Then we serve, right? Then we're allowed to step forward. It's a card of it's a time of healing too, right? During that time, there's something cathartic about standing in the water and pouring water back and forth between the two pitchers, whatever you want to call them. And then, and only then, at the precise moment, does the good stuff happen. Nine of Wands. Man, you've been waiting for the good stuff for a long time. It's coming. We have divine timing, and it's also showing up with this message from Spirit, the Ace of Wands, this brilliant, beautiful, creative idea. And also, you have the Knight of Cups bringing in a message for you right in your energy. So yeah, it's somewhere in your mind, in your heart, in your soul. You've been waiting for this. You've been waiting for this, and it seems to me that you understand that it's on its way. Right? It's happening. All right, let's get something for that Ace of Wands. Oh my gosh, this is just it's kind of an intense energy, but it's really no, that's like 6 cards. I don't want 6 cards. Just one. Just one. Whoa, okay, well we're gonna nope, just one. Okay, that one actually flipped out. The Six of Swords, moving on. Yeah, you're going to be moving into calmer waters, right? You start doing it your way, it releases. There may be friction like right away. Like it feels like you've had friction about doing things your way in life anyway, right? But for whatever reason, this gift coming in with this Ace of Wands is going to allow you to move into calmer waters, right? It's going to allow you to explore different things, maybe the land on the other side of the water, right? It's gonna allow for some discovery. Moving on. I like the little kid in this one. It's almost like, it feels like me, like with every scary movie I watch, after I'm done, I'm always looking over my shoulder to see what's coming, right? So they're just kind of waiting to cross into calmer waters here. But it is a card of moving on. Okay, there's going to be movement here. Maybe there hasn't been for a while, especially with that Nine of Wands. If you've been kind of stuck in that energy of, you know, you get knocked down, you get back up, you get knocked down, you get back up. Well, this is about to change for you, my friend. Yeah, I think that the Hierophant is really representing you breaking free. All right, that's too many cards. I mean, it's like the whole deck wants to just explode for you. Like a confetti parade, a ticker tape parade. Oh yeah, you are going to be able to rest. You are going to be able to rest and recover. With this Four of Swords, you're going to be able to recover from this Nine of Wands energy. Look at that. What is this for you? Yeah, I mean, he's out there sleeping in this field with all these beautiful flowers, not a care in the world. Just a deep sleep. He's not even holding a sword. Cosmic timeout. A beautiful, well-deserved rest. Keep in mind, you are strong enough, right? That's the Wisdom card. This is about strength and control. It's control over the lower vibrational emotions. It is the inner wellspring of strength, not our physical strength, but our inner strength, right? And we build that inner strength through things like the experiences of the Nine of Wands. And we reach a point where we're not reactionary. We don't get triggered. We understand when those lower vibrational emotions bubble up, and we can control them, right? That's what this bear represents. The anger and the hunger and the lust and all of those lower vibrational look at her sitting on the bear. I love it. Yeah, this is really kind of coming home, and there's a lot of understanding about who you are when you get out from underneath the thumb of who you've been told you're supposed to be. Phew. That's right. There are no two paths alike, my friends. No two paths alike. Look at justice coming out for you. I think justice came out in pile 2, pile 1 of the other piles. Yeah. Justice is coming. And with the cards, you're on the right side of that blade, right? Because justice is unbiased. Justice will also come for you if you've done something not so good, right? And you won't be on the right side of that blade. But in this particular reading, you have earned the balancing of the scales of justice. You have earned it. You have worked really hard. You have this deep understanding. You are the law and order for yourself. You're no longer, you're burning the manual, right, that someone gave you about how you're supposed to be. Yeah. The Hanged Man. Yeah, you had to have a little bit of a timeout, right? Because you could no longer move forward under the constraints. This is beautiful. I mean, the Hanged Man is a card of enlightenment. It's a card of understanding. It's a card of understanding where we've come from and what all of that means. And also, it's a card of hope, because then we pivot from the direction we were going, because we're creative. We bring in that Knight of Wands energy, and we're creative again, and we can move forward again in a different way. And we're still going towards our goals, our wishes, and our dreams. We haven't forgotten them. We just had to find a different way. And the old way wasn't working anymore. And the old way was because it wasn't your way. What? So crazy. I love it. I love it. I love it. I feel like I've been waiting a really, really long time for a message like this, right? Hallelujah. There's the sun for you. You got it, my friends. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. This is clarity. You are going to see the truth. You are going to see the truth. Oh my goodness sakes. All right, pile number 3, that is your message. I hope that helped. This is beautiful. I kind of don't even want to leave this energy. Good you, man. Well, anyway, I must go. So thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe, share with your besties, and I will see you next time.